Good goes everybody, because today we'll continue to play Danganronpa Antebellum. Where were we? Oh yeah, free time. Want to go for Takiko. There's no character here, so I'm guessing there's no event or whatever. Where is she? There's Lyra. But where is Takiko? There's Miss Dr. Elenius. There's Taka, my boy. Is that her? There you are. Takiko, I'm really sorry all of that was brought up publicly. I imagine it was pretty uncomfortable for you. It's fine. I'm used to not having much privacy. At least none of you jumped on me for it. Right, and hopefully it makes its meanie leave you alone. Right. Is your day today at least any better? Not really. I don't think I can do it. Sorry, I'll perk up later, I promise. I don't think anyone is going to like me tomorrow. What are you... I'd asked Asuka to let me sleep in their cell, but I don't want to see them right now. Do you think you're going to die? They must be busy with Chaka. Or it's weird to ask her to sleep in your cell. It's not like you're close or anything. Exactly. At least those two are probably making amends. It makes me glad to see. They've been so tense for so long. Dude, you're so insensitive. Did you know that Asuka is also friends with Takiko? But Takiko, yeah. But Asuka much prefers Taka's company after all of this. God damn it. Good for them. Hey, I'm sure even if Asuka is busy with Taka, she'll probably let you join them. Yeah, maybe. Do you have to be so negative all the time? I'm trying to help. Oh, wow. Oh, sorry. The royal guy who... who demands positivity all around, and if it doesn't go your way, you're the one who's angry now. Sorry. I think I just need to be alone right now, Shinko. Alright, just be safe. Wait, no free time event? Fuck. This sucks. Can I talk to this meeting? If I find her, that is. Yeah, it's so weird that... What do you call that? The game wants to call it that Ismini and Shinko are really friends, best buds or whatever, and they're not gonna turn on each other's backs or something. And yet, we never really see them, be that. The game just says it, which is absolutely weird. It's like, no, I don't buy it. Just because you say it in the game doesn't mean you've convinced me that, yeah, they really are friends, which they're not, based on what we've seen so far. Based on what I've seen so far. The hell is she? There's Asuka. Maiko's in there right now. I shouldn't enter. I don't want to fail my dare. Okay. Where is she? She's probably in the library. But let's double check just in case. Oh, there she is. Stupid idiot making Takiko feel bad. Shinko. Hi, sorry if I'm a little low energy today. I'm sure she'll be fine. I went to go check up on her myself, but Asuka was already watching over her. Well, that's a little more reassuring. I think honestly it might be time to slowly ease her into talking about her crime. Having her so in her head like this won't do anyone any good. I guess not, I just don't want her hurting herself. I understand, but I feel like this will lead to her hurting herself more. Yeah, because she keeps on doing that, she keeps getting more and more attention. More and more people are concerned. So, in a way, it's like, you're making her believe that maybe if I keep doing this, then I'll, people will care about me more, which is fucking dumb. You shouldn't do that. What do you mean? It doesn't matter, I'm being pedantic. I understand you likely want a distraction right now. Would you like to stay in job for a while? Yes, please. That sounds really nice right about now. Thank you, Iz. Anytime, my dear. And? I always found this meeting a little strange to talk to. She was pleasant when you were talking to her about anything that weren't the crimes and verdicts. I enjoyed hearing her talking about myths and ancient traditions. It was almost fascinating enough to make me forget all about why I was trying to get close to this meeting to begin with. Still, until I was certain how to navigate discussing Ismina's behavior with her, it was probably for the best I only addressed lighter topics. So, Shinko, what sort of myth would you like to hear? You know, both my first name and surname are derived from mythological figures. Two very different women, actually. Perhaps you'd be interested in them. Hell yeah. I actually wanted to ask you something else. You touched on it briefly before, but why do you study classics? I know you believe it's important, and I agree, don't get me wrong, but you are really passionate about it. Is it just about understanding and feeling connected to the ancient world? Well, that's one aspect of it, yeah. But it's far more than that, my dear. The more I understand or learn about ancient world, the more I understand the world I'm living in now. It helps me make more informed decisions about my daily life. You can see connecting lines throughout history. It's quite fascinating, really. By examining the past, you can understand what mistakes not to repeat. But most importantly, by examining what human behaviors and actions persist hundreds, often thousands of years later in entirely different cultural and societal contexts, you can see what inclinations and actions are inherently human. I'm not sure I follow. God, you're fucking dumb. Basically, whatever happened in the stories can also be, what are you calling that? My vocabulary is very limited. I read fast, but I can't actually use words on the spot. That's why I go for Let's Plays instead of streaming, because if I was streaming or whatever, you'd be like, oh fuck, why can't this guy finish a goddamn sentence? Anyway, the whole point is, whatever happens in the ancient stories can also be attributed, or what do you call that, something related in what is currently happening now. If certain people act the same in certain situations as people did thousands of years ago, even in such a vastly different world, it demonstrates that certain human behaviors are deeply ingrained in our natures. Yeah, what she said. Huh, then can we fully be held responsible for certain actions if they're just human nature? Are you fucking... Well, I'm sure there's certain legal implications that might be raised by understanding that, but more often than not, I find it most fascinating how humor has not changed throughout the years. There's something comforting knowing that thousands of years ago, humans were making penis jokes in religious festivals through their comedies. Some behaviors never do change. We really are silly creatures. No way. Yes way. I mean, have you heard of Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart? That guy loves fart jokes. He loves talking about shit and asses. Oh, they had costumes to emulate erections and everything. Very base, I assure you. I always thought ancient Greek texts were all fancy and high art. That's shocking. You never actually read an ancient Greek book or anything related to that at all? What the hell? There's this one part where it's like, did you know that making those sculptures and with little penises it depicted intelligence or whatever? Because back then people viewed big penises as savages or, non-intellectual or something. Well, a lot of it is, don't get me wrong. The higher art does interest me more, but that doesn't mean there isn't value in studying even more profane texts. That might explain your... As much as I enjoy seeing how certain aspects of human behavior haven't changed, I'm far more interested in how ancient traditions inform certain modern practices. It does sound quite important. It is good to remember our roots. But what if you reach a point where there's nothing more to discover? Wouldn't that make classics obsolete? Fuck you. There's a reason why it's classics, because it can be. There's a reason why people go back to classics all the time. Absolutely not. I thought you wouldn't be so simple-minded, Shinko. Apparently he is. Sorry. We don't have any completely accurate historical accounts from the ancient world. It is often hard to entangle folk tales and myths from truths. See, this is what I like about this meeting. Her intelligence, how she talks about ancient Greek stuff and mythologies. It's very interesting to listen to. But then we got Shinko, who's just unbelievably fucking retarded for some reason. Even though he's a fucking crime novelist, you'd think you know the basics about, I don't know, the importance of stories. Fucking retarded guy. Not to mention new translations, interpretations, and evidence emerges year after year. We don't even fully understand all ancient languages yet. Understanding of the ancient world can completely shift based on even the smallest new finding. Not to mention a fresh perspective or interpretation can alter our knowledge radically. How so? What do you mean how so? Fucking... She just... That is... What Ismini just said is the most simplest of simple things. It's so basic anyone can understand. How the fuck are you even questioning? What do you mean how so? You're dumb. Let me give you an example, you fucking idiot. Are you aware of the myth of Medusa? Yep. The lady with snakes in her hair? Yeah, she's a gorgon. Well, that's one way of describing her. Traditionally, she was seen to have been transformed to a monstrous form by Athena as punishment for being assaulted by Poseidon in her temple, which is fucking dumb. Why would you punish the victim? Which is kinda true today because a lot of the things that are happening is always the victim receiving punishment, so yeah, it makes sense. That's horrible. Why would Athena punish her for that? Well, in my opinion, it wasn't meant to be a punishment. Women often sought sanctuaries and temples, particularly of virgin goddesses such as Athena, to get away from potential assailants. Poseidon was the one who breached that rule and polluted the temple by acting on his desires regardless. Of course, Athena could have punished Poseidon as he was a god, but she could turn Medusa into a form that would protect her from further assailants and ensure she was never taken advantage of again. She was given the power to turn people into stone to protect herself. That does make sense. Wow, it's amazing if you actually use your fucking brain. If that's not enough evidence, iconography of Medusa's head was used in ancient society to mark women's only spaces and bar men from entering. She was seen as a protector. The story of Medusa, like many women who get punished and turn into different forms as a result of an assault, has been warped to present the women as the ones being punished. Often it is the most popular and widely distributed version of these myths were initially commissioned to be scribed by men, thus they were written with a solely male perspective in mind. It's why so many of the initial intentions or messages of these myths and figures have been lost to time, yet their voices remain in scattered fragments, small pieces of evidence that remain all over the world. That's awesome. I see it as my duty to find these once silenced voices and tell their stories, not allow their culture and practices to be destroyed and forgotten. That's pretty admirable, all things considered. I never considered that. I honestly just accepted the most popular versions of the story. I didn't really think they were adaptations of some original message. It's my history. Why on earth wouldn't I want to learn about it? Why would I not want to enlighten people on it? That's why I enjoy discussing ancient literature with you, Shinku. Really? He's fucking dumb. He doesn't even know the basics of basics. How? Ismini's too good for Shinku. You're far more knowledgeable than some of the others here, so I don't have to discuss the basics. Dude, yeah, whatever. But when you hear a new perspective or detail you didn't know before, your eyes light up with the same surprise and intrigue mine once had. It's endearing, really. Thank you. Sorry, I just find this stuff interesting. Well, don't you worry, there's endless stories to tell, and I'm more than happy to share them. Good, I like hearing them. Ismini gave a voice to a once silent life, telling me about certain ancient practices and festivals I had no idea about. There was a genuine passion in Ismini's voice as she was able to share little-known interpretations and discoveries. Upholding the audience's judgments granted Ismini a certain level of vindication and confidence. But talking about long-forgotten people and their stories sparked something much deeper in Ismini. It made her seem truly alive. But I wanted to hear more of the voice behind these echoes and retellings of ancient stories. I wanted to learn Ismini's story. Okay. Luckily, being able to distract myself made the afternoon come faster than I had expected. I'd initially planned to spend the rest of my day continuing to be cooped up in my cell, hoping that Fu would uphold his promise of having someone to watch over Michael. I could talk to her tomorrow, explain everything then. It would all be okay, that she'd forgive me. She'd understand it was for my dare. However, my plan to stay inside was interrupted as I heard commotion ongoing outside my cell. Two people appeared to be arguing. My curiosity got the better of me and I stepped out. I stood on the upper railings, looking down at the two figures below, Fu and Chakiko.
Seriously?
Just do it. Sure about this, kid? Last chance to back out. You can't exactly back out now, you already told me that secret. You said it yourself, a deal's a deal. Well, I'm an honest man. If you want to back out at it, pay for it some other way, I'm not gonna fault you. Just get it over with. This is easiest. I don't want to be in debt. I don't want anyone else to have anything else above me. Seeing Ford continued his train of making deals and bargains with others, this time preying on Takiko. Considered intervening, but I believe it would cause more issues. The best course of action seemed to be waiting until anything actually happened. Then I could intervene and catch him in the act. You're tougher than I thought, kid. Well, hey, it's your choice. If you're so certain, just cut to the chase. Get it over with. Fu seemed to hesitate for a moment. What are you waiting for? You asked to do this. We can get this over quickly. Here. Takiko pointed a certain part of her body. I couldn't tell where exactly she was pointing to from my perspective. If you do it here, it won't cause any issues. So, just get it over with. Right, no need to be so eager. Before I could process what was happening, Fu pulled out a knife, pressing it against the spot Takiko had pointed to. He stayed there for a moment, gritting his teeth. Hey kid, sure you don't want to change into something else first? I don't want to ruin your dress. Looks expensive. Are you serious? Just get it over with. I just want it to be done. Right, yeah. Wait, what is he going to? Just do it. What's the holdup? I couldn't just stand by and watch this. I raced down the stairs to try to help, but before I could, Fu's shaking hand took the knife and dropped it to the ground. He turned his face away from Takiko, moving his hand through his hair nervously before the grown man dropped to his knees.
Wang?
God damn it. I can't do this. I can't.
What are you?
This awful, rotten world. God, I've seen so much. I've seen what this world does to girls like you. Girls who aren't doing anything but trying to live. I've seen so many different horrible things people do. And it's everywhere. And it's everyone. The kindest guy you know can do the most despicable things behind closed doors. It makes me sick.
Yeah. Which is why it's so weird in the Danganronpa fan game community. There's so many, if you've been on Twitter, you know what I'm talking about.
And they treat it like a joke, like it's fun. It's God damn it. And you have to smile and laugh at all these filthy, money-hungry pigs in suits trying to pretend you don't think they're pure scum. Those bastards. I'm so scared. I'm fucking terrified that my Dion has to grow up in a world like this. This world is so cruel and unfair to you girls. There's so many things that can hurt you. That can hurt Dion. I never want to be one of those things. Never. I can't bring myself to make this world harder for you. No. Especially when it's practically already hell for you. I'm not a good dad. Not at all. I know that, but I can't die here. I can't. I've got to get out to make sure I can protect Tion from a world like this. At the very least. I'm sorry, kid.
Where the hell did you get that knife?
I can't do it. I'll let this game make me into whatever it wants. But I draw the line at this.
Fu couldn't even bring himself to look at Takiko, keeping his head in his hands. That was until the rental sister gently reached out and put her hand on the top of his head, patting it a little.
Huh?
It's okay. I don't blame you.
Wang, I'll be honest, I don't really like you. Figured. I can't forgive you for stabbing Sugi, I never will, but I respect that you're willing to fight for Tian, more than you could ever know. I wish my dad was half as willing to fight for me. Kid, don't pity me, it's okay, really. If he was still around, I probably wouldn't have my talent. Don't you think that would have been a good thing? I mean, absolutely not financially, but it isn't fair that all that was placed on you so young. Not really, but to say the truth, I do love my talent with my whole heart and soul. It's tiring, I feel like giving up a lot, but I wasn't a very happy child growing up. My talent helps me spread just a little bit of happiness in the world however I can. This world is cruel, hard, and doesn't care. Some people don't deserve happiness, not at all. But I like giving it to people who deserve it. I like giving people the motivation to even just go outside and live. I like making people believe there's good in this world. It's easier to keep on living if you think that way, isn't it? It's been so long I've thought that way I can hardly remember. The world will always be unfair to girls like me. It's just the way things are. It shouldn't be that way, I know, but it's the reality of it all. But us girls are a lot more resilient than some people give us credit for. You find ways to fight back, to feel like you've got control in your life, to find support, solidarity, protection. Others would say I went too far trying to get back control. But if even one of those people who died were someone who was going to go on to hurt a young girl, I can't say I regret it. I can respect it. Okay, maybe we shouldn't be encouraging her to feel no regret. But shut up, Shinku. But the point is, no matter how cruel this world is, Tian is a smart girl. She'll figure it out. If the world is cruel and harsh to her, there are people out there who won't just sit back and let it happen. And if nothing else, I know she'll be hella strong, just like her mother. That seemed to give Fu a bit of his spark back. He rose to his feet and smiled a little bit. Sorry, kid, you probably didn't want all of that after the bombshell I already dropped on you earlier. It's fine, I'm built to handle it. I looked down at the two of them. There was something strange in Takiko's behavior, but I couldn't quite place my finger on it. But I wondered if she was just trying to comfort Fu, or if she was serious about wanting a father who fought for her more. I'm glad my dad was so kind and supportive of me, but looking back on it now, whenever Akai was arguing with my mother, my dad would always stay quiet or slip out to the community garden. I wonder if Akai felt like, "You've got to come quickly." Before I could say anything else, my train of thought was interrupted by the doors behind me slamming open, and out of breath of Suga bursting into the common room. What, is your body discovery announcement already? Everyone's attention turned to them. Okay, what's up? Did something happen? You were meant to be watching. It's Maiko. Oh god. What happened? I don't know, I got distracted and turned my back and she took something. What was it? I don't know, she refused to tell me. I'm not just taking any chances, no way. Where is she? The infirmary. Do any of you know where Alhora? Got it. I wasn't going to take any chances. I had to see her right away. I needed her to be okay. Without a second thought, I turned to leave, hearing someone yelling after me. Wait, kid, you're there. I don't care. I'm not letting it happen again. I couldn't live with myself if I did. And that was the bottom line of it. That took a while. I didn't care how my reputation was stained, how my career was impacted. I didn't care anymore. I just knew I couldn't make the same mistake again. Even if it was wrong, this was my second chance. I had to make it right this time. Why didn't you make it right the first time, you stupid fucking idiot? Did she finally do it? What an asshole. Come on. I raced to the infirmary, rushing inside. Maiko, are you there? No response. Coco? Shingo, is that you? Maiko, thank God I found you. What happened? What did you take? I'm so sorry. It's fine, it's ready to find. It's okay. Hey, I just need to know what you took. Promise you won't get mad, please. I won't just... Maiko handed me a small bottle. It was still half filled. She turned her head away from me as I read the label. Tanning pills? Why would you? My mother used to make me take them. She thought they'd make me more popular. She never wanted to end up in Japan. She was so stuck in her own world of standards she knew growing up. She refused to listen. I think she wanted to go back to when she was a teen. I think she was happier then. I hated taking them. I hated looking so different. I felt like I'd messed up just from being who I was. I didn't need anything else adding to the feeling. Reminding me of how different I was. How ugly I was. Don't say that. It's true. No, it's not. You're beautiful, Maiko. Don't lie to me just to make me feel better. You're the worst, Shingo. If I was really pretty, I wouldn't just be the friend people make when they have no other choice. Coco, I'm being honest. Sorry, I didn't mean to lash out. I know you're just trying to be kind, but... Well, you don't have to worry. I took only 7. That's still a lot. Are you feeling okay? My tummy hurts, but I threw most of them up. I'm not going to die. I'm just going to feel pretty bad for a bit. I don't want to die. Don't worry. I didn't want to do this. I'll get Dr. Elenius. She can double check. I don't want to take any chances. No, don't do that. I'm sorry. I'm being selfish again. I told myself I could handle this without you, that I wouldn't bother you, but... Could you please just stay here with me for a moment? I looked in her eyes. There was something different. It wasn't her big usual puppy eyes, but I still felt compelled to say nonetheless. Okay. Maiko pulled herself up from the floor and sat quietly on the infirmary bed, barely making eye contact with me, but trying nonetheless. There was something different about her today.
so sorry about earlier. I really am. I should have said something. I should have defended you.
Is this actually his left hand? It looks like a right hand.
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Yay, we did something right.
Huh?
They were right, Shinku. I shouldn't be coddled like this. This whole time I just kept running. Hiding from the truth. Hiding from the fact I'm an adult because it was safer. Easier. But that's exactly what Dracul was doing too. Wasn't it? It's no wonder you used me as a replacement for him. It's okay. I don't blame you. But it's been obvious from the start. It hurt at first, but I'm used to it. I'm never really anyone's first choice. I was just happy to have someone willing to reach a hand out to me, so I just pretended not to know. I wanted to seem more oblivious to you. I thought you'd keep taking care of me if I did. I'm sorry. That wasn't fair on you. I'm a fully grown adult woman. I should be able to face this, but...
Ah, god damn it, we're finally going to take the first steps on taking accountability and responsibility, but you all ruined it with that fucking butt.
I didn't want to think. I didn't want to change because that would be admitting that I'd really messed up.
Why is it so bad to admit that you actually did mess up? You act exactly the same as Shinku. That's why I don't like you.
And I knew I'd messed up. I knew what I was doing was awful. I really did.
I know, right?
I just felt it was so awful. There was no way I could ever even start to make amends for it. So why even try?
Why didn't you fucking try? That's the whole step of fucking taking responsibility, by trying first. What the fuck is this shit?
If I let people coddle me, if I didn't make progress, I wouldn't have to face just how much I'd have to change to even start to make up for what I've done.
Now I'm getting confused because there's so many scenes that we've seen, cutscenes of Chaka, Takiko, Asuka, Dr. Elenius, and now what's her name? Maiko. Now I'm getting confused. Who's gonna be the victim here? My bet is on Takiko first. If not Takiko, then Chaka, because Chaka really did let himself reveal his true self. And that's like a red flag, like, oh boy, this guy is the most positive guy of everyone here. He's gonna die. For sure.
But things can't go on and continue like this. Something has to change. I've known that for a while.
You just didn't admit it for so long because you were scared?
No shit. She just wasn't it like obvious from the very start? I mean, a lot of people have been saying that. Like, don't coddle her, enabling her. Is it obvious? And Michael's like, oh, I'm scared, I'm running away. Like, yeah. Isn't her the whole point of her running away is because she was admitted she was scared?
Yeah, a little. But...
What do you mean a little? You always fucking run away.
In truth, I didn't know what I was anymore without Yui. Without Yui, I felt worthless. And I know that's silly. I'm an ultimate. I'm successful in my own right. But it was always, I like this character's voice. And never, I like Yuzuki's voice acting.
How about you actually, what do you call that? Go into that more. Lean into that more. Be more anonymous. Be more mysterious. Because if you keep trying to appeal to people, if you appeal to everyone, then nobody will actually like you.
I never really existed to anyone. And maybe it was better that way. I was scared if I got too much attention, people would see how weird and strange I really was. Yui was the opposite. Front and center. She was her talent. Fully and completely. People came for her.
And producers had no choice because you keep eliminating the competition. But let's not talk about that.
I thought in part, I could live through her. If someone close to me was loved and treasured and adored, I could feel what it was like vicariously without having to put my own self out there.
Then why even fucking be in an industry where you put yourself out there?
And if I was loved by someone as successful and wonderful as her, I couldn't be a total screw-up, could I? At least that's what I thought. But I've stomped all over her legacy and our friendship. Any love and care she felt for me is gone. And it's all my fault.
While I do make fun a lot of Maiko's dialogue and how she's fucking dumb and all that stuff, I really love the voice actress here. The way she delivers her lines and all that. It's fucking great, man. Are you an actual... do you actually work at a voice acting industry?
Maiko, you're being a little too...
I'm not being harsh on myself. I'm being realistic. I can't deny it any longer. If I do, I'm just going to feel more and more guilty until it all builds up and gets too much again. I shouldn't have based my self-worth and validation entirely on her and what she thought. It meant I didn't know how to live without her.
What do you call that? A parasite?
I just kept lying that she'd come back. That she'd forgive me because I couldn't live with myself if she didn't. That would be confirmation that nothing I did helped. That it was all for nothing. That I'd ruined both of our lives for no reason.
What do you mean both of your lives? You actually ruined a lot of lives. Now remember that 16-year-old? Yeah.
And so I just kept waiting. Waiting and watching her from afar. Stagnating and waiting for her to come back. Because I didn't even know how to begin living and moving forward without her. She'd become such a big part of my life.
Man, I miss Yui because in the original game she's like one of the best characters in the game. If you've seen the original Trial, god damn it, she's brilliant. Only won by pure luck.
But while I was waiting, staying at the same place, she just kept moving further and further away. Growing and changing until I knew less and less about her.
That's because that's how people are. They change, they grow, naturally.
I felt I had to keep up, try to learn anything I could, so I could convince myself that I hadn't entirely lost her. But looking back on it now, all that waiting, all that refusing to move forward is what has left me so out of touch, so disconnected, so childish. I can't stand being the person I am anymore. I can't stand being Maiko.
Fuck yeah.
But you don't. You don't always have to be like this.
Shut up, Shinko.
I know. It's just terrifying. I don't even know what I am without her anymore. I'm terrified of trying to grow, trying to change, and realizing I'm just like this. That I can't help myself. I can't fix myself. I don't want to go through all the pain and hurt of growing and moving forward, only to still hate myself at the end of it.
I understand. It's scary, but...
Shut up, Shinko. Let her fucking talk.
You can go at your own pace, one step at a time. You don't need to immediately race to the end. You might hate who you are at some points, have dips, low moments, bumps, and plateaus of progress, but...
So whenever, why aren't you berating Maiko for... Can you be positive, bro? Like what you did to Takiko? Fuck you, fuck you.
You're still moving, little by little. And isn't that something to be proud of in itself?
You're right. It just feels so daunting to even start to take that first step. I don't even know if I deserve it at this point. But I know to move forward, I have to accept I'm never going to fix things with Yui. I need to let her go. So much of me, So many parts of me I hate are tied to her. I realize now that she should never forgive me. Not after all those awful things I did. And that's okay. I deserve that. But just because I've lost her, it doesn't mean I can't move forward and make new, better connections. I'm scared of hurting people. I'm scared of making things worse, but I need people in my life to challenge me, to take those steps towards, to keep me going forward.
And what does Shinko do? Enabling and affirming your delusions. You don't, he'd rather you not take a step forward and just be all the same peppy, quirky Maiko that he knows, which is goddamn awful.
So please don't hold back anymore. You and I, Shinku, we can't keep doing things like this.
What the fuck? Even though you were the one who was like, come on, can you give me a nickname and all that? Like, sure, Shinko was enabling you, but you're the first ones to do it. You're like, hey, can you, whatever.
Please. I know you just don't want me to get hurt.
Dumb.
But we both need to let go sometimes. You need to let me take those steps. You have to be prepared to let me fall over occasionally.
It's kind of hilarious that Maiko's the one calling out Shinko for enabling her. Like, oh, finally some self-awareness. Now, what are you gonna do, Shinko? What are you gonna do?
Or else, I'm never going to be someone who deserves to be your friend.
Yeah, because you're just a substitute.
Maiko, I don't know what to say.
How about you first start calling her by her first name?
I'm so sorry. All this time, I was just enabling your stagnation, encouraging you not to move forward, all while telling myself I was protecting you. I was so scared of losing you. I put you into this box. I used you just to protect my own ego, to make up for my own past mistakes. I had no idea in doing so I was keeping you like this. Keeping you feeling so guilty, so fragile. I've just been infantilizing you this whole time, controlling you. Of course you couldn't even start to learn from your mistakes. I wasn't letting you make them. I just kept shutting down any discussion. I thought I knew what was best. I thought if I didn't, you'd hurt yourself. But you're right. You're not a child. You're an adult. You're not her. And you're not him. You're you.
I'm just me. And maybe that's scary. Maybe I don't really know who I am at this point, but I have to figure it out.
And no matter what she's like, I promise you, I won't drop you. I'll care about you and be your friend no matter what. No matter the person you grow into. And I'll let you figure that out on your own terms. I won't try to interfere. And I'll care, not because of what you can be for me, but what you can be for yourself. What you can be to prove you can make up for your past mistakes.
Even if it takes me weeks, months, years after we get out?
Who says you're getting out?
When we get out, whenever you want, we can hang out. No matter what's happening, no matter how you're feeling, we'll meet up. I can't promise I'll always be close, but I promise you, if you ever need it, I'll only be a phone call away.
You mean it?
Of course. I mean, there aren't many others who can relate to being thrown into a situation like this, are there?
Ah, finally, a joke. Funny. Nice one, Shinko.
No matter what happens, I want to stay in contact, okay?
I'd like that a lot, Shinku. I don't want to be scared of adulthood anymore. I don't want to end up like Dracul. I want to live properly. I'm sick of acting like my life's already over. I've still got time to change things. I'd be silly to just spend the rest of my life rotting away.
Oh my god, I think Michael's gonna die. Oh, jeez.
I know I don't deserve it, but can I ask you one last favor?
Mm-hmm.
I want to try being myself. Even if I am different from others, even if I stand out, even if I seem weird. So,
Aren't you already weird from the very beginning? Like everybody's like looking at you all funny like, what the fuck? You're an adult woman. What the hell?
can you call me Molly from now on?
Oh, fucking called it. The first step is actually removing that nickname Michael and actually calling her Molly now.
Of course, Molly.
Sorry you had to come here again, I promise. I really didn't want to hurt myself. I know I should have trusted you, but I'm glad I came. I'm glad we had this discussion. Besides, you really did worry me. Those sounding pills are nothing to scoff at. I know. How do you even get your hands on them without getting shot? Well, before Molly could explain, I figured quickly step into the infirmary. I came as soon as I could. Is she alright? Dr. Elenius, I'm glad you're here. Fine, really, just a little bit of a stomachache. Even though I was able to talk and pour it all out, but nothing I can't handle. I didn't take too many. They're just tanning pills. So I'd like to check your vitals. I'd rather be safe than sorry. There's a reason those things are banned. They can be very damaging for your liver, Izuki. Alright, I understand. What took you so long to get there, if you don't mind me asking? There was a situation between Elias and Chattel. Are they okay? What happened? Elias ended up taking methamphetamine. Oh, fuck, I can't pronounce. He's mostly fine, don't worry. Methamphetamine, whatever. What? I mean, I'm not at all surprised, but Chattel gave him some. It was only a small quantity. I assume it was some sort of nonsense for a dare, but I had to make sure he was alright regardless. How did she even get her hands on something like that? Didn't we all just agree to limit her access to that sort of thing? I'm uncertain, but I was more focused on the situation at hand to question her. I'm just relieved he's mostly calmed down now. Dr. Elenius sighed, talking as she moved over to Molly and started checking her condition. She did various small checks for any obvious symptoms. You seem to be mostly fine, but I think it would be best if you stayed here tonight. I'd rather you were somewhere comfortable and closer to the bathrooms than in your strip cell. That would be probably for the best, just in case. I'll put some painkillers and emetics by the bed in case things start getting worse or you need to throw up, and run a few more tests to be safe. Would you like me to leave for them? That would probably be for the best. I work best with less eyes on me. Don't you worry, Shinko. I'll be okay on my own. Trust me. Alright, if you're sure, I'll trust you. Oh god, she's gonna die. She was a grown adult. I knew she'd be fine on her own, and after our previous discussion, I didn't want to be overbearing. If that's the case, I'll get out of your hair. Thank you for helping, Dr. Elenius. No need to thank me. It's basic human decency. I'll see you later, Molly. Dr. Elenius seemed a little surprised to call her that, but upon seeing Molly's small smile, she shut her lips, coming to a quiet understanding. Have a good evening, Shinku. Oh, and one last thing. Happy Valentine's Day, Molly.
I know the circumstances aren't really the most ideal. Being stuck in the infirmary isn't exactly the most romantic way to spend Valentine's, but still.
You're not even gonna explain the reason why you fucking ignored her the whole day? Are you fucking dumb? Did you forget about that part, you stupid idiot? So that we can prevent more misunderstandings and shit? Or whatever, I guess. Whatever.
I hope you can feel how loved and cared for you are today, if nothing else.
Even if I'm not the best person?
Shut up with that shit. Here we go again with the self-deprecation and all that. Oh my god.
Of course. And you'll still be loved and cared for through every step of becoming a better person.
Thank you. That means more than you can know. Happy Valentine's Day, Shinku.
I left Molly in the capable hands of Dr. Elenius, leaving her to rest and get the care she needed. I didn't care that I'd failed my own dare. I was just glad. The two of us were able to talk at the same level for once. I walked back to my own cell, trying not to worry about her. I knew she could take care of herself. But on the way back, I spotted someone standing by the showers, a strangely shaken expression on her face. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised given what I was told about what happened, but still. It was weird to see her that small once again. Maybe it was just strange to see her that much guilt in her eyes, considering it was...
Lyra.
Shinku.
Oh wait, you gotta... Okay. What's up? Are you okay? You really look out of it. Yeah, I'm all good. Don't worry. Couldn't help but doubt that. Is Ezekiel okay? Dr. Elenius told me what happened. Yeah, he'll be okay. He's just taking a shower right now. I thought it might help him. You know what's hilarious? In the original games, Lyra was was like a substitute protagonist, even though I don't understand why. If the dev wanted Lyra to be the protagonist, why didn't we start out as her? But then now it's like I barely see Lyra doing anything in this game now, in this remake. Are you alright? Wait, did I even read that? Sorry. God, I'm so fucking selfish. Hey, I don't need a pep talk from you of all people. He was so willing to take it. It's like he almost instantly understood that it was... He just didn't ask questions. He just understood I wanted it hidden, so he did it. And then he just had to go and tell me when he was high that his dare involved doing something similar to me, and that he couldn't go through with it. Oh, but he's done all of his other dares. He even put that salt on Mint's grave so nothing else could grow, even though it destroyed him. But for some godforsaken reason, he couldn't bring himself to hurt me. I couldn't even show him the same respect. I'm such a hypocrite, Shinko. Is right, I'm pathetic. Acting like I don't care, like I just know I'm bad, that's the end-all be-all and I could care less about how people really think of me. What a fucking joke. If I didn't really care, I wouldn't have let him do this. I just let my secrets come out, but I can't do it. I'm so scared of everyone else seeing how sad I really am, how stupid and pathetic I am. Which is fucking hilarious because you're actually showing that right now. How much I've just fucked up throughout my life and never taken accountability. Of course I care. I care how stupidly close that verdict was. I just wanted people to give enough of a shit about me to tell I was messing up, that the way I was going about things was wrong, that I needed to stop. And they did, but it was so split I don't even know what to think anymore. It feels more like a light slap on the wrist than out of genuine concern for me. I could keep going until I overdose and people still wouldn't have anything to say about it. It would just be a shame. That's it, everyone would move on, wouldn't they? Lyra. Shit, sorry. You don't need to hear this. I'm being selfish again. It's not selfish to express your feelings. But this isn't about me. I'm not the one who got hurt here. Zeke is. I make everything about me or whatever I want people to see me as. But you're probably all already laughing. You're all going to have the last laugh when I can't keep this up anymore and... God, I can't keep this up anymore. I can't keep being like this. I'm just getting people hurt. Something needs to change. And what do you think that is? I don't know yet. I can't keep being this careless. I can't keep acting like none of this matters. Like I'm not scared. I was just scared to be vulnerable, to be genuine. It's pathetic and immature, but I thought if I didn't take things seriously, the deaths wouldn't matter to me. You miss him, don't you? I don't think I've got the right to miss Mint after how much I dismissed his attempts to help when I was younger, but... God, I feel so stupid for not listening, and I'm too stupid to listen now. He'd be disappointed in me. I'd hate him to see me now. Wait, when the hell did Lyra and Mint ever get close? Hey, come on now. You have no way of knowing what Mint would think. Zeke just keeps on going on these big long-ass rants about how you and Iz are disrespecting Mint's memory and how much it pisses him off, but I'm just as bad acting like this. If Mint was alive instead of me, he'd have been able to grow from all this instead of just falling back into these stupid behaviors. But I'm not just going to sit here complaining, I just need to do better. Well, that's good to hear, but do you know how exactly you're going to do that? I'm not sure, but I'll figure it out. I have to. I don't want to keep being like this, doing this to people, acting like a stupid immature teenager. I'm just as bad as Dracul. If Zeke is going to go to these lengths to make sure I don't get hurt, then the least I could do is become someone who he doesn't just keep around because I'm all he has left. I think it's natural for someone to want to help their friends. I wouldn't put so much pressure on yourself or see it as you needing to pay him back or anything. Ezekiel can be a little unreasonable, but I don't think he'll hold it against you. He won't, and that's the problem. I'm getting worried. He's a little too attached. You know what he said to me the other day? If you die, I'll die with you. Ooh, that's insane. I don't know how serious he was being, but Mint's death changed him. He's terrified of being abandoned again, being alone, being left. He'll hold on to me no matter how awful I get, no matter how I hurt him or me. In his eyes, getting hurt by someone is better than being alone. I couldn't leave him like this. Do you have any idea what that would do to him? But I can't stay close to him when I'm like this. I need to make sure I get to the point I don't hurt him or me or anyone. That's understandable. I hope you're able to get there. I'm just feeling weird about it, I guess. When I get attached to people, I tend to only really care about their validation. It's a problem. I get too attached. I eventually just started leaving people to save myself from getting hurt. I thought if I left them before they left me or before I could even get attached, then maybe I could avoid being hurt again. But getting hurt is part of being human, and trying to avoid it, I hurt a lot of people. But both by leaving them and doing stupid things in my attempt to convince myself I didn't care. It's nice having some stability for once, but your brain is constantly telling you to leave. Can you blame me? It's what I'm used to. It's kind of ironic in a way that the prisoner, most scared of being abandoned again, got attached to the most avoidant, quick to abandon others person here. It's like a sort of relationship you'd see in a novel. Lara seemed a little baffled at my response. God, you're kind of shit at cheering people up, aren't you? That's our Shinko. Sorry, you're an asshole. It's fine, I shouldn't be dumping all this on you anyway. I'm sorry, man. Guess I just don't know who else to go to. But it'll be alright, I'll figure something out. I'm sorry you had to deal with me being a bit of a dickhead for a while now. It's okay, it's a bad situation for all of us. No one is going to act entirely rationally all the time. Alyssa and I learned pretty quickly being friends with this meanie. Yeah, I know, I just don't want to be annoying with how irrational I am, you know? At least Ezekiel seems to be okay. You could have given him a bigger dose. True, I tried to only give him a little. Where did you get it anyway? I thought we were restricting your access to that sort of thing. Yeah, like it was the weirdest shit ever. I was really pissed about that this morning due to seeing my truth. I knew I couldn't let that shit get out, no matter what. But I had no idea how I was going to get my hands on some meth, especially when I was restricted. But then Alara pulled me aside after the meeting. She just gave it to me. What? Yeah, like, I didn't even ask her for it. She just gave it to me. She could barely look at me while she was doing it too. The whole thing was weird. Do you think it was for a dare or something? That's what I was assuming, but it was strange because, like, she's not done any of her previous ones. She's been fine to let her truths come out. Makes you wonder what she's hiding. I want to trust in her. She's done nothing but help us since we got here. I don't want to make things more difficult for her when she keeps piling up more and more onto herself. I get that. It just makes me wonder if she only organized those meetings to cover up or frame her truths in a certain way that makes her look better. You think she was lying this morning? Well, all I'm saying is I feel like we were missing some details. Anyway, Zeke should be coming out of the shower soon. You should probably get going. If he gets pissed at your side when he's sober, I don't want to see what he's like with you when he's coming down from a high. That's probably a wise idea. I'll see you later, Lyra. Take it easy and thanks for hearing me out. Sorry for dumping that all out on you. This whole thing's just been a lot. For you and me both. It's best that we talk about these things though. I'm glad you're being more honest to yourself. Yeah, like for real. Now you know that you could take me and Zeke down in one fell swoop. 2 for the price of 1. What a deal. What a steal. Don't joke about that, come on. Sorry, bad habit. Stay safe. Lara smiled at me as I left, giving me a small wave. She seemed a little happier than before at least. I hope she was serious about wanting to make some changes. I think that would be for the best for everyone. But I had no idea Ezekiel had become that vulnerable. I couldn't help but be a little concerned. I hoped the two of them would be sensible and work through whatever was going on there. Maybe they just need to give each other space, figure things out on their own terms. But when you want someone to be safe, you can sometimes hold on to them until they crack. I knew that better than anyone. I was just glad Molly was starting to take those steps on her own now. I needed to give her space. She could never be meant in this... fuck. That evening approached before I knew it. It had only been a few hours since Dr. Elliot did her checks on Molly. I could always go and see if she was okay before bed. It was Valentine's Day. It would feel like a shame to not hang out with someone. Maybe someone was planning on doing something for it. I suppose I could just get some rest or record my fans a special Valentine's Day, but that felt embarrassing. Either way, I wanted to do something this evening. Oh, cool. So, fellas, I'm gonna end it here because... wait, there you go. Because I have to prepare for work now. So this is Danganronpa Antebellum. If you want to try it again for yourself, the links are in the description. That is all for today. Stay safe and take care of yourselves. Finally! Molly's taking steps to finally change her fucking attitude. Finally. Progress after all this time. This is only chapter 2, I think. Yeah, it is chapter 2, but it feels like the longest fucking chapter ever. Oh, we're making progress, boys. Finally. But still, god damn it, I feel like Takiko's gonna do something weirder. Yeah, there's so many signs that Takiko's gonna do something awful, like she's gonna kill someone or something. And then there's Taka, who just laid it all out there for everyone to know. Now there's Michael, who's also laying it out there for everyone to know, because whenever someone wants to actually change, like they're finally self-aware of their bad behavior, they fucking die. So like, who's gonna die here? Is it Taka? Is it Takiko? Oh, and Dr. Alenius. She shared about that doll thing, appreciating Taka. So maybe there's some way that Dr. Alenius and Taka might kill each other or something. I don't know. Especially since Taka really trusts Dr. Alenius on anything. So it wouldn't be weird if Dr. Alenius did something like, I don't know, something. Taka would not find it strange, but Dr. Alenius would use that to her advantage to kill Taka or something like that. God damn it. And then there's just relationship of Asuka and Takiko, where Asuka much prefers Sugi. Yeah, Sugi much prefers Taka's company than Takiko, which is weird. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you letting Takiko do this? She's starving herself, and you're like, yeah, I know you're starving yourself, but hey, look, Taka's coming out. Like, what? Really? Is that even more important than someone actually starving herself to death or something? This is so. God damn it! What are you doing, Sugi? You really, what do you call that? You have a favoritism bias? I don't even know if that's a fucking word, but sure, let's go with that. Fuck. And then there's Fu. I don't know what happened with Fu and Takiko, but another failed attempt or something. I don't know. Yeah, damn it.